I know life might feel like a roller coaster of financial stress right now. If you're in your 20s or 30s and you're staring down stagnant wages, major college expenses, and outrageous housing prices, it might feel like you're up against a giant brick wall. But despite all the doom and gloom, you're not just a victim of your circumstances. In fact, you actually have a massive advantage on your side, something so powerful it can practically guarantee you a wealthy future. So, what is this secret weapon, you ask? It's time. And if you're in your 20s or 30s, congratulations. You're what we call a time billionaire. Stick around and I'll show you how you can build real wealth using some financial strategies and time. The concept of being a time billionaire was coined by Graham Duncan during an interview in 2019. The idea is simple but incredibly powerful. Duncan suggests that there are roughly 1 billion seconds in 32 years. If the average person lives to be around 79, then anyone under the age of 47 has more than 1 billion seconds left to live. If you're in your 20s, you might even be a time billionaire twice over. This idea isn't just a fun way to think about your age, it's a game changer when it comes to building wealth. Because time is to wealth building what a cheat code is to your favorite video game. It's the ultimate hack to beat that brick wall that you're up against and come out on top. Now, let's dive into the magic of time when it comes to building wealth. This little formula called compound interest is what makes all the difference. Don't worry, I promise this won't turn into a high school algebra class, and I'm using a somewhat simplified explanation, but here's the general idea of the formula and how it works behind the scenes. The FV in the formula stands for future value. This is the amount of wealth that you'll have in the future. PV stands for present value. This is the wealth that you're starting with today. R stands for the rate of return. This is the percentage your investments earn each year. PMT stands for payment. This is how much money that you invest each month. And T stands for time. This is the number of years your money has to grow. Out of all these variables, the two that you have the most control over are payments, how much you invest each month, and time. Now, here's where things get really interesting. Increasing your monthly contributions, your PMT, will grow your wealth in a linear way. That means if you keep putting in more money, your savings will grow steadily. But when you increase time, that's the T variable, it grows your wealth exponentially. In other words, time is like a superpower that can make your money multiply like crazy. Let's take a minute and talk about billionaire Warren Buffett. Most people think Buffett's wealth is due to his brilliant investing strategies. And while that's partly true, the real secret to Buffett's success isn't necessarily the high returns on his investments. It's the amount of time he's been investing. You see, Buffett started investing seriously when he was just 10 years old. By the age of 30, he was already a millionaire. Fast forward to today, and at 93, he's worth $115 billion. Now, let's do a little math magic. If Buffett had started investing at 30 instead of 10, with an average amount of $25,000 and retired at 60, but maintained his impressive 22% annual returns, he'd only be worth $12 million today. That's still a lot of money, but it's light years away from his current $115 billion. The key to Buffett's success wasn't just his investment skills, it was his early start and the sheer amount of time that he had for his investments to grow. Okay, I know you and I aren't Warren Buffett, but we can still use time to our advantage. Let's say you're starting from scratch with zero savings. If you commit to investing $500 a month, a reasonable goal that lets you max out your Roth IRA if you're in the US, or your TFSA if you're in Canada, and you get an average return rate of 5% per year, here's what your future could look like. After 20 years, you'd have about $200,000. After 25 years, you'd be sitting on $290,000. After 30 years, you'd be around $400,000. And after 50 years, you'd be nearly $1.3 million. All this from just $500 a month. And let's be real, as you progress in your career, you're likely to earn more and be able to contribute even more. The key takeaway here is the earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow and the more wealth that you'll accumulate. Being a time billionaire doesn't just give you the luxury of letting your investments grow. You can also use your time to make strategic moves to boost your wealth even further. 1. Increase your income. Use your time to learn new skills, climb the career ladder, and even start a side hustle. More income means more money to invest, which affects the payment variable in our formula. 2. Educate yourself. Take the time to learn about investing. The more you know, the better your decisions will be. Understanding how to pick the right investments can increase your rate of return, the R variable, which has a big impact on your future wealth. 3. Start now. If you're not already investing, there's no time like the present. Open a Roth IRA if you're American, or a TFSA if you're Canadian, even if you can only afford just $20 a month to begin with. The important thing is to take the first step and start using your time to your advantage. If you're looking for an easy way to get started investing, check out apps like Acorns in the US and Mocha in Canada. Both can help you automatically invest small amounts of money which add up over time. The best part is that it all happens behind the scenes and you won't even notice a difference in your wallet. Remember, if you're in your 20s or 30s, you've got more time on your side now than you ever will again. Time is the one resource that you can't get more of once it's gone. So use your status as a time billionaire wisely. Start investing now, no matter how small the amount. Leverage your time to learn about money, increase your income, and make smart investment choices. The earlier you start, the more time that you have to let compound interest work its magic. Being a time billionaire isn't just about having more years left to live. It's about having the opportunity to build the future you want. So, take control of your financial destiny today. And remember, the best time to start investing was yesterday. The next best time is right now. There you have it, the roadmap to using your time to help secure a rich, fulfilling future. Remember, your billion seconds are ticking, so make each one count. And if you're looking for information on how you're doing financially compared to others, then check out this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.